This is the Capala shrine, a mispronunciation of Dularpur Mutt. Capala, Dularpur. Folks, and this is the preaching hall which the Buddhists speak about. And this is the head priest of the present day Capala shrine, which is actually the Dularpur Mutt. And folks, the preaching hall, most probably it was here that the Buddha preached the Samantamukha Dharani Sutra and many other sutras. And this is the Capala shrine, folks. Dularpur Mutt, mispronounced as Capala. How I came to this conclusion that this is the Capala shrine the Buddha loved so much, and Buddhists are searching for. To understand this, view this video to the end. Now, I have shown you Chak Amra, where Mara asked the Buddha when he would die, and the Buddha, predicted his death. Folks, I'm sure you would like to know where the Capala shrine is. Where the Capala shrine is. Folks, the Capala shrine still stands today, but Capala is a very badly mispronounced word. Very badly mispronounced word. The word is actually Dularpur. Dularpur. You can see, all the letters are in Dularpur and Capala. But in Capala they are jumbled. So basically it is actually Dularpur. Why Dular? Dular means to cuddle a child. To cuddle a child. To give a child love. See, when that Amra girl, when she was a child, she waited outside the gates of Patliputra, of Vaishali. She waited outside the gates of Vaishali for the Buddha. And the Buddha, we had come out for a walk with his Sangha, trailing him. He came out for a walk, and he saw this little girl. And he started cuddling her. And this girl gave her her grove. Folks, now cuddling that girl means Dular. Dularpur. That is your Capala. So folks, Capala shrine. And the unique thing is, the Buddha, he he narrated the something Dharani Sutra. Something Dharani Sutra over there in the meeting hall of the Capala shrine. Folks, the meeting hall is still there. The meeting hall is still there. And see, in the Mahaparinirvana story, the Mahaparinirvana story says that when the Buddha was leaving Vaishali, he turned around and looked at Vaishali lovingly for a last time. And he saw the steeples of Vaishali, of the Sangramas of Vaishali. Well, Dularpur still has two steeples. Two steeples, they are around 60 to 70 feet high, folks. The Dularpur Mutt, it is a mutt. Mutt means, what you Buddhists call a mote hall. A mote hall, that is actually a preaching hall. And you all have mispronounced mutt as a mote hall. Folks, this is a mutt, Dularpur Mutt. And this was the cause of the friction between the, Buddhists, which caused the third meeting to take place in Vaishali. The third convocation to take place in Vaishali. Because they converted it into a Hindu temple. And the present priest, the Mathadish, they call it Mathadish, he told me this story which tallied with Huen Tsang, which tallied with Zang Zang. So Dularpur is your Capala shrine, folks, because it is in between, just next to Amrapali's home, around 1500 feet from Amrapali's home, and around 4000 feet from Chak Amra, where the Buddha, he predicted his own death, and around 4000 feet from where the Buddha used to stay when he stayed in Vaishali. So this is Dularpur is your Capala shrines, folks. And so basically, and the best part is the meeting hall is still stands. Okay, it's not the ancient one. The bricks say it's not the ancient one. It hasn't got a roof. It has got pillars and pillars without the roof, and the bricks used in the pillars aren't as ancient as it is supposed to be. So it is a possibility that they made a different hall over the old one. They made a second hall over the old one on the same spot. So, and Zang Zang mentions a hall. Zang Zang mentions a hall, and the hall is over there. Now I have gone to around 200 places where Zang Zang has sent me, tracking Zang Zang. Folks, this is the only place where he speaks about a meeting hall, and there is a hall over there. So folks, some sutra Dharani narrated some sutra, so basically something Dharani sutra. Now the best part of it is Zang Zang says that whatever you wish up here is fulfilled. Whatever you wish up here is fulfilled. And the local people also say that whatever you wish up here is fulfilled. So that is your Dularpur, your mispronounced Capala shrine. Let's see what Zang Zang has to say about it, folks. And this was the cause of the friction amongst the Lichvis, pro and against Buddhism. And folks, check out what Zang Zang has to say, and then you can see it in satellite pictures, and then the video of the shrine itself. Now I have shown you the place where the Buddha explained his previous births of 1,000 Buddhas of this Bhadra Kalpa. Now after that he shows to the east of the spot where the Buddha explained this birth is a ruined foundation above which is built a stupa. A bright light is from time to time reflected here. Those who ask in worship obtain their request. The ruins of the turreted preaching hall where Buddha uttered the Samantamukha Dharani and other sutras are still visible. So folks, this is where the Buddha uttered the Samantamukha Dharani, folks, sutra, and that it is a turreted, remember, it is a turreted preaching hall. It is a turreted preaching hall. So folks, let's check out where, and basically this is here he is describing the Capala shrine, but he hasn't taken the name Capala, but it is the Capala shrine, because it is Dularpur. So to the east of this, see, Gaura is where the 4 Buddhas sat and walked, and then to the east of this is the shrine. This is your Dularpur Mutt. Now here, this is the temple, and This is the temple, and this is Dularpur Mutt. And folks, this is a preaching hall, and see, this is the preaching hall. It is in a dilapidated state, Dularpur Mutt. And these are the turrets up here. These are the turrets up here, which are easily visible. So folks, this is your Dularpur Mutt. Check out the pictures of Dularpur. This is the preaching hall where the Buddha imparted the the Buddha imparted the Samantamukha Dharani sutra, folks. So check out the pictures of the preaching hall. See, I will enlarge it. This is the entrance. This is one hall which doesn't have a roof, and this is another hall which doesn't have a roof, folks. Okay, and the turreted up here are where my arrows are pointing. Check out the pictures of the teaching hall.
Okay, now folks, this is your first viewing of the Capala shrine the Buddha loved so much when he used to come and stay in Vaishali. This is the Capala shrine. It is a mispronunciation of Dularpur. Dularpur is the actual word. Capala doesn't have any meaning or anything. So this is a preaching hall, folks. This is a preaching hall. I'm not saying it's the original preaching hall, but it is made on the original spot. And it doesn't have any roof. And see, this gentleman here is the owner of the present day Capala shrine, which I think is the Capala shrine. It's actually Dularpur mispronounced as Capala. And he told me the story of the squabble between Hindus and Buddhists. He called the Buddhists Pidhauli. Pidhauli means the people who went astray, and Ragi, the Hindus who were on the correct path. And he told me the story of how they had dragged the shivling from the Ganges to the shrine up here. So folks, that means before dragging the shivling from the Ganges to the shrine, it must have been a Buddhist temple. So this is my calculation. So folks, this is the Capala shrine, and see, this is the present day condition of the shrine. Of course, it has been renovated. In history, it has been renovated because Xuan Zang says that it was just ruins with the steeples only standing. So here you can see the preaching hall. You can see the preaching hall doesn't have a roof, it just has pillars on the side. So this is your Capala shrine, folks. This is actually, the actual word is Dularpur. I have shown you how I came to the conclusion. Folks, these two steeples are the ones which the Buddha saw for the last time when he left Vaishali, folks. So this is your Dularpur Mutt, mispronounced as Capala shrine. And the beauty of this, the accuracy of my find is that Chak Amra, which is Amra, the garden which the Amra girl gave to the Buddha, is just around 2,000 meters, 2,000 feet away from this shrine. So you have, and the Buddha used to live there. The Buddha used to live in the Amra grove. So Chak Amra is 2,000 feet from here. So you have the Buddha staying close to the Dularpur, just as in the Buddhist text it's written that the Buddha lived close to the Capala shrine. And then around 2,000 feet from Chak Amla is Chak Mehro. Chak Mehro, where Mara, asked the Buddha when he would die, and the Buddha gave his, he predicted his own death. Chak Mehro is just around 3,000 to 4,000 meters feet away from this Dularpur shrine, which is, according to me, Capala. Dularpur, Capala is a mispronunciation of Dularpur. Capala has got no meaning. And Dularpur means cuddling. This is where the Buddha cuddled the little child, the Amra girl who presented him, garden, Amra grove. So folks, this is your Capala shrine. I hope you found this video educative. The Capala shrine has been discovered. I hope you found this video educative. If you did, so please follow, like and subscribe to my page, Buddha Exhume, and don't forget to tell your friends and family about this.